Hi, I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to NikkoVenture. Today we're gonna talk about 3 things you should expect upon working as a caregiver here in the land of the rising sun. I'm talking about the degree, the license if you have one, the language, of course, the people in this country, the jobs that you'll have to do, and of course, there are also things that you should remember like I've been here in Japan for 3 long years. That word was not really necessary, but I just want to express my emotion. Yeah, 3 long, arduous years. But I know to some of you that's not long enough. But I thought to myself, it would really be great to share with you guys my experience upon arriving in this country and of course, upon working in a Japanese elderly home as a care worker. Now, the things that we're going to talk about from here on out were not solely based on my experiences alone. No, these things are also based on the experiences of other Filipino care workers that are working currently here. And also, I made this video to help those people who wish to work as a care worker in this country, to give them some heads up, to help prepare yourself both emotionally and mentally for the rigors of Japanese caregiving. So, let's begin. Your license or degree don't mean so you're a licensed professional with years of experience or a degree holder with years of experience. In other words, you're a graduate of any 4-year course and have worked for years practicing your profession or not. Perhaps you just stayed with your parents after graduating and became a huge liability despite the fact that you're a grown-ass man. Nevertheless, you have a license, a diploma, a degree. Can you use these when you apply here to work as a care worker? The truth is, your license, your degree, or your diploma is needed during the application process, but after that, it loses its value. But why? Because in the actual Japanese workplace, you will be classified as an entry-level employee. Not some dude who graduated first in his class from a prestigious college or university with years of professional experience. No. In the actual Japanese workplace, you're the newbie. You'll start at the very bottom. You're the fresh meat. Because Japan, just like in any other country, has to make sure that you are qualified in accordance to their standards. And those standards, for the most part, were established with the Japanese culture and language in mind. You may be a licensed professional with years of experience in your home country, but it is important to remember that you earned that degree, that license you're holding right now from your home country. And you earned those experience, those years of arduous experience from, again, your home country. And your home country's culture and language are obviously different from that of Japan. Don't get me wrong, your license or degree is undoubtedly invaluable for any job application. But once you work as a care worker here, you will not be recognized as Mr. or Miss Nurse. No, or Mr. or Miss 10 years of professional experience. No. Instead, you'll be recognized as Mr. or Miss Nihongo to Bunka no Chishiki ga Sukunai Gai Kokujin. Dialects are pain in. Language is an important matter to consider once you decide to work in a non-English speaking country. For example, Japan, where less than 30% of the population speak English at any level at all, and less than 2% speaks the language fluently. The job of a caregiver is both physically and mentally demanding, but it is not hard to learn with practice and dedication. Taking care of a person is innately difficult, whether it's an infant or an elderly, but it becomes impossible to do so when the person you're taking care of speaks a language you don't understand. In this job, Communication is the key. You have to remember that your clients, despite having some cognitive impairments and physical limitations, can still, most if not all, utter some words. Furthermore, you have to communicate with the other staff to have a smooth and stress-free work shift. That's why all foreign care worker applicants in this country are required to pass the Japanese language proficiency test. Whether you are under the TATP or EPA programs or just a student visa holder, to be qualified to work here, one should undergo months of language training and study. I'm not really sure, but I believe it's several months of language training and study in your home country and then another several months of the same thing here in Japan before being deployed to your respective nursing homes. I'm not really sure though. Perhaps, but I think the food and accommodations are free so that you can focus on your study. I'm not really sure though. The funny thing, about learning the Japanese language, whether in your home country or here in Japan, is that the language you're learning is the standard Japanese language, or in Japanese, Hyojungo. It's the form of Japanese that most people in Tokyo use. But what if your workplace is not in Tokyo? In that case, expect to meet people that speak a different dialect of Japanese. I'm talking about the staff and of course your clients speaking a form of Japanese that you will never learn in the Japanese language school. For example, here in Kobe City, the natives here speak what they call Kansai dialect, and these are some of the words of that local dialect. I first heard these words or learned these words upon arriving for the very first time here in Kobe City, Japan. Akan is the shortened form of akimasen, which in turn is the Kansai dialect for the word dame. E is the Kansai dialect of I. Omoroi is the shortened omoshiroi. Homma is honto. Chao is the shortened chigao. For the polite form, it's chaimas for chigaimasu. Nandayanen is an expression with a variety of meanings. It may mean, what the hell? Or, you've gotta be kidding me. As I said earlier, in this job, communication is the key. In order to communicate properly with the staff and the clients, you have no choice but to learn the local dialect. It's important to remember, however, that the locals can understand and speak the standard Japanese, but they naturally use the local dialect when talking. Yes, I've passed the 6 months Japanese language training. I've passed all the exams and I can speak Japanese fluently. I'm actually N2. I'm N2. Now I'm going to start working. Nani? You'll do the dirty jobs. This one is not based on my experience, but it's from a blog I read about a Filipino female care worker here in Japan. She said on that blog that she was a licensed nurse. She is a licensed nurse, and she was shocked, utterly shocked when she was told to clean the toilet bowls in her nursing facility. Her expectations and the reality of this job was clearly not aligned. As I've said earlier, your license or your degree doesn't mean shit in this country once you work as a care worker or a caregiver. So before you come here, you better work on your pride, on that pride, and just lower it a bit. Doing so would really help you a great deal when facing the rigors of Japanese caregiving. I actually mentioned this a while back, a couple of months ago I think, in one of my videos. I left a link in the description down below. Go and check it later. Japanese caregiving can be defined with a triple K, which in Japanese stands for Kitsui, Kitanai, or Kiken, which can be roughly translated to tough, hard, dirty, and dangerous. It is kitanay because frankly speaking, this job is kitanay because you will have a daily or a regular encounter of excrements and other bodily secretions. You will not only be wiping someone else's toilet, but someone else's as well. It's not only about communication with the clients and paperworks, but you'll also do a lot of kitanay jobs during your tenure here in the country, known for its cleanliness. Nevertheless, it's important to remember that these kitanay jobs are part of the duties and responsibilities of a caregiver here in Japan, whether you're a gaikokujin or a naikokujin. But come on, let's just be honest, doing dirty or degrading jobs in your home country is vastly different when doing the same dirty and degrading jobs here in Japan. Well, for one, you will be well compensated when cleaning someone else's toilet bowl or someone else's for that matter. So that's it. Those are some of the things you should expect upon working as a care worker here in this country. Before you leave, I'd like to remind you that to give me a lot of these, not these, no, not these, but these. Come on! Share this video with your friends if you have one, and of course, if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It would really mean a lot. Thank you in advance. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye! I've been here in Japan for over 3 years. 3 years. That word was not really necessary, but I just want to say it. Furthermore, you have to communicate with the other staff to have a smooth and stress-free work shift. Perfect noon dato na work safe. Dialect of Japanese. Ano ko naging nani? Tanaw ko Django Unchained ba?